today's Dutch Grand Prix, I start the race from
16!
But before we get to starting from
16!
if you missed the previous episode at Spa, I recommend go and check the one out. Myself and Leclerc, we had very good pace there as well, where the AI also went 3 wide for Eau Rouge again as well. Now on the R&D side, we've got a few things that we can look at. Major drag reduction is definitely going to be one that we look at. We've also unlocked 50% recognition, so that means I can now finally purchase some other ones. We've got 2 on the front and rear downforce that need to be done. They're only minor, but I mean, I like to do them together. Also got major weight reduction too, but no upgrades just yet. We will plan those upgrades probably after, well, probably between Monza and Singapore, to be fair, based on the time on Monza's only a week away. I'd love to bring an upgrade in front of the Tifosi, but I think the car's just as fast as we are. McLaren have had the fastest car for most of the season, haven't really turned up. They haven't brought an upgrade. Toro Rosso now faster than Red Bull. You like to see that, don't you? So, yeah, well, we'll see what Red Bull can do, because, of course, they've got Max Verstappen, and it's his home Grand Prix here at Zandvoort. Yes, Zandvoort, a track that EA and Codemasters decided that we're going to race backwards just for them to remove it if they manage to retain their contact for F127. Anyway, this is my fast lap, and as you can see, things are going usually fantastically well. That we are currently down in P17. Yes, that's right, P17 in a Ferrari, trying to chase down Max Verstappen, of course, and it's home Grand Prix. Make that P18 now as somebody improve, and I'm not improving through Sector 1 at all, so that is just absolutely fantastic. Verstappen has just decided, you know what, let's get the maximum out of it. Let me win the championship now and put in the fastest lap. 109.2 RBC in that lap, Max, except I can't because there's no replay cameras in qualifying as well. We're now down to P19 as well. I've made some time up. To be honest, I don't think I've ever the only time I've ever actually done well here was back on F1 2020. The first time I came here in a Williams car on F1 2020 career mode, I actually won the race in a Williams. I haven't won since that race, funny enough. It's a 10th and a bit. I mean, this is just going to be awful. Where is it? P17, which will be P16 because somebody's going to be joining us at the back. Verstappen looks too strong there. 2.5 tenths in front of Leclerc. This car definitely fast in a straight line, slow in the corners. Well, we'll see what we can do then from 16 on the grid. It's time for the race.
We're on the coast of the North Sea at Zandvoort Circuit, 25 miles outside of Amsterdam. We're all set for the Dutch Grand Prix, a race that the greats have won at, including Jim Clark, who took the biggest trophy home here on 4 occasions. Zandvoort Circuit then, 14 corners, 10 to the right and 4 to the left, with plenty of steep camber and elevation changes to keep our drivers on their toes throughout the 2.6 mile lap. And watch out for cars making use of the DRS zone into turn 1 to overtake. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and Oscar Piastri completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Russell, Norris, Stroll, Hamilton, Sainz, Tsunoda, Ocon, Magnussen, Albon, Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Hulkenberg, Phoenix, Zhou, Teo Porcher, Perez, and Ollie Behrman. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. Welcome to the commentary box overlooking the circuit. I'm Alex Jakes, and joining us for the race today is Naomi Schiff. Well, it's all about forgetting last time because that was a bit of a shocker. How did they change the story today?
It is true, they had a really tough day in the office last time out, but they cannot dwell on that. It's so important to turn the page and start on a blank slate, because the more you dwell on that, the less it's going to push you in the right direction. So take some notes. Obviously, there's things to be learned, but move on.
We're still in with a chance of winning this title. We need you to push as hard as you can in the 5 remaining races.
We're starting 16th for the Dutch Grand Prix, but we'll see where we can finish. Who knows? Maybe there will be a miracle. Race strategy is going to be a one-stop. I did think about starting the mediums, but I'm just not fast enough to make that strategy work. So it will be the soft tyres to start, matching the AI, 5 red lights, the Dutch Grand Prix, and away we go. It's a good start compared to the Haas there. I'm going to try and get in front. The Renault takes the inside, very defensive. They're going to just send it down the inside here. Let's get through these slower cars ASAP, up to P11. That's not bad. 5 places gained. Round the outside, the Toro Rosso and the Renault. Well, round the outside. We'll have the traction on Ocon there. Yes, oh well, a lovely little move round the carousel. I do maintain that, you know, this carousel section is probably it's the only thing that I actually like about this circuit. That and the bank final corner too. As well, next victim will be Lance Stroll, nicely down the inside there. Stroll back to P9. As well, myself up to P8. This is just a bog standard move, even without DRS, just using the battery there down the inside. Make sure you're not take too much of that curve. It is a cursed curve as well. Up at the front then, Max Verstappen does lead, but he's got Oscar Piastri breathing down his neck as well. You can see there's a bit of a gap stretching back with Norris ahead of Leclerc, but that's not going to last long. Leclerc has DRS round the outside. Then at turn number 1, will Leclerc be able to get the traction down ahead of Norris? Yes, he will. Those two are going to just carry on squabbling, really. That's going to allow me to move up. Next up, down the inside, just about get that stopped in front of Hamilton, and that made it over on Leclerc, and that is up at the front. Piastri is challenging Verstappen. Piastri can do us a favour here if he wins this Grand Prix and break Dutch hearts. As well as Verstappen trying to win what will be, when we come to 2026, the final race here at Zandvoort for Verstappen, well, for everyone here, as well as their won't be one in 2027 as well. But Piastri there doesn't take the lead as well. We move back to my PV on lap 5, round the outside of the carousel of Russell, almost going to the back, sorry, of Hamilton, excuse me, almost going back of George Russell. There, now I'm going to send it on Russell like I did to Sonoda at turn 1-2. Can't be held up by these people. These AR just going far too slowly. Having a look at Norris here down the AR, around the outside, just can't get the traction down there as well. Excuse me, and Norris and Leclerc still going side by side here on lap number 7. This time surely round the outside of that corner. Lovely little move up to P4. I started this race 16th. All of a sudden, a podium could be on the cards here, depending on what the pace is like on the medium tyres. You know, if we keep this momentum going, we could try and catch Piastri, although I'm not sure about that as well. I'm going to send it down the inside then, or I'll try and send it down the inside of Leclerc. Not able to do that at the moment. Next, try again, lap number 9 is where pit's going to become the end of this lap for a set of medium tyres, round the outside there, up into P3. Meanwhile, in Nico Hulkenberg's world, once again still paying the price for causing a crash gate, he's now been given a Spinala as well. Yeah, Crashgate 2.0, if you haven't seen that one, check the one out a few weeks ago at the British Grand Prix. So I come into the pits then at the end of lap number 9 onto lap 10. A few other people coming in too. So it's sort of the half and half strategy, 25% race, not too much there. 2.4 second stop, not too bad for career mode. I've seen better on this game, but yeah, Verstappen hasn't had a great stop. I think he had to wait for me to come in, so that's definitely helped Piastri. He's got fastest lap too. I'm hoping that he can keep that 1.7 is probably the gap. Jump to lap 11, and I've been jumped by Norris there, so I'm back down to P4, hoping that I can keep within DRS here. What's happened to Leclerc? So Leclerc was ahead of Norris at the pit stop, and then look at the rear right, everything's on and the rear right is slow to come off. That is unfortunate. And then he gets held for Perez, I think, in the McLaren there. That's unfortunate for Leclerc. We need an up here in the championship for the constructors really, but Yes, he's down in like P10 or something like that. I'm trying to catch up to Norris. I am able to keep with him, which is a miracle considering my pace in qualifying. But as we move to the last lap, Norris locks up down the inside at turn 1, and I'm going to barge him out the way. This is a move for the championship. You know, I have to take every little bit of chance that I've got. Norris messed up. He locked that brake, and that cost him a podium as well. I am just about going to have enough fuel to hang on. Oscar Piastri is going to go on to win this race, which will absolutely help me out big time. And yes, after qualifying starting this race P16, if you told I am absolutely over the moon about finishing P3, like losing 3 points for Verstappen, it's the best result possible. Like that was going to be championship over. Verstappen was going to gain like 20 points on me, and I was going to be finishing P10, where Leclerc unfortunately finished. No, P3 in the championship. P3 in the race, excuse me. It'd be still P2 in the championship. 29 points then is the gap, which, yeah, I do need a bit of help. I'm hoping that at Italy, the Tifosi decide to give Verstappen a 20-second penalty like they did at the British Grand Prix, and put him back or something. I don't know. Help me out and make this championship a bit more interesting. 28 points now is the gap between ourselves and Red Bull. We are drawing our teammate rivalry. I don't really think it's a heated rivalry. As well, I'm shaking my head because Perez is still ahead in our new rating rivalry as well. So that's got something to do. We've got a good amount of racecraft and awareness and pace too. So I still maintain we can get 90 rated by the end of the season if we keep going. I'm pretty sure we're probably going to be getting some accolades, especially I mean, a bit of a mixed bag there, but it doesn't really matter when we're on level 3. So yeah, that is where it is for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. You see plenty more F124 and F125 driver videos as we come up. Let me know what you think in the comments below. As well, the next episode at Monza is already good. I've already recorded Monza in Singapore. Those episodes will be out Friday and Saturday this week. And then there'll be the final 3 episodes, which will all be 25%. And that will be it for F124. We're taking a slight little break from... There'll be a few videos, but other than that, it won't be like what many has got there. We've also got some race play on Thursday, I think it is, for... gameplay for F125 coming out Thursday, so we'll see what happens, see what else they've got to disclose. But yes, that's where I'm going to leave it today's video. I hope you have enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and you see plenty more F124 and F125 videos as they come out. Until the next video, then, I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy your day, and goodbye.